Hello guys, welcome to the video. Today we're going to see about the feature selection and extraction. Aim to implement feature selection and extraction techniques on a real-world sales dataset, including missing values, filtering, outlier removal, variance threshold analysis, multicolority reduction, univariant feature selection, correlation heat maps, principal component analysis, and linear discriminant analysis. Description. Real-world datasets frequently contain redundant, irrelevant, and highly correlated features that increase model complexity, cause overfitting, and slow training time. So we are introducing feature selection and feature extraction, which helps in filter methods, wrapping methods, embedded methods, and PCA and LDA. Here's some of the formulas that we are going to use in this exercise. And here's the algorithm. We are going to load and analyze the data, compute the missing values, and drop the column exceeding 20% of the missing values. Remove numerical outliners using the interpolate range method. Convert categorical variables to numerical formats using one hot encoding. And we have other stuffs. Perform unsupervised feature extraction via PCA and supervised feature extraction via LDA. Dataset descriptions. And here's the program. To read and analyze the data, this is the code. Here's the output for it. To split the data into training dataset and test datasets, here here's a code for it. This is used for like divide the dataset into two types and stuffs. Here's the output. Check shape of the training and test dataset. Here's the code for it, and here's the output. Perform scaling of the data using standard scaler. Here's the code, and here's the output for it. Calculate the percent of missing values in column. Here's the code for it, and here's the output. We got remove features from with remove features with missing values greater than 20%. Here's the code for it. Here we are using the df.drop function to delete the columns with more than 20% of the missing values. Here's the output. New amount of rows and columns. Uh, and to do data imputation, here's the code for it, and here's the output after the median imputation. Remove the outliers, here's the code for it, and here's the output. We are going to use the sklearn Python library to variance threshold to find the constant features and display the constant features. Yeah, sure. And here's the code. Here's the output. Remove features with low variance. Here's the code for it, and here's the output. Remove highly correlated features. Here's the code, and here's the output. Perform univariant feature selection. Select k-best and select percentile. Here's the code for it, and here's the output. Pearson correlation matrix. Final feature set. Here's the code for it, and here's the output. Here's a heat map for the dataset. And applying principal component analysis, which is PAC for matrix factorization. Here's the code, and here's the output. Apply linear LDA to perform feature extraction. Here's the code, and here's the output. Thank you.